Now,
Yeah.
I like Casual, right? Like, me and Casual Geographic, we're friends. I thought. I had thought. It was my
I'm sugar.
Do you want me to leave this in? When I eat in your videos, I am not this disruptive.
I'm being quiet.
My love.
Mm-hmm.
Please finish what's in your mouth so I can finish my intro.
A few moments later.
I had thought that Casual Geographic and I were friends.
Mm-hmm.
And then everyone was like, Skitten, did you see? Did you see? Casual shouted you out in his new video. And I was like, oh, that's so great. Like, I just got that shout out from Internet Historian. Shouts out to Internet Historian. And now I'm getting a shout out from Casual Geographic. That's freaking awesome. And then I looked at the title of the video.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's disrespectful. And I have to watch it. And you know I have to watch it. You know that this is what's going to happen. Why would you do this to me?
Yeah, I don't see any warning there for you either at the start.
No.
It's just about whales.
This is
now you're bullied into it.
So anyway, what up, Hope Biscuits? It's your girl Skitten, back at it again. And I am not happy, but I'm here.
I'm having a great time. I'm not scared of whales at all, by the way. I'm in a great mood. I'm not stressed at all. This is going to be fun for me.
I just want you to know, Casual, and I know you're watching this, okay? And I just look at me in my eyes, right? In the windows to my soul.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I'm finna have nightmares tonight, and it's your fault.
Here, pull out the knife. It'll make it more menacing.
No, I don't want to menace him. Jesus.
Oh.
I'm guilt tripping him. I'm not threatening him. I hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are staying safe and sanitized. I'm super excited to see what this video has in store for, well, okay, that's a lie. I can't even say.
Just based off of you normally saying it?
Yeah. Without further ado, I don't care anymore.
Get the fuck into it.
Let's do it.
All right.
Oh no. Oh, I'm actually not watching this first part
you
of
don't
this
need
video.
to. It's fine.
So
I'll let you know when it's over.
I won't watch it, but you guys enjoy. Play.
You know what? It's not that bad. He just gets eaten. Do you want to see it?
No!
How's your... Can you relax? And you're making this a stressful experience.
This is a stressful experience.
Yeah, but it doesn't have to be for me. All right, it's
This
over.
is a whale.
That is a whale.
This is a whale.
It's also a whale.
But this is also a whale. So is this one. And this is where all the problems started. Fun fact, I'm left-handed, so I'm not always right. And when I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And boy, I was wrong about this aquatic Oreo onslaught. And chances are, so were you.
Also, just to be very clear, to be super fucking clear, I have said for my entire life, but specifically when I was in college, right? And I was around other people, because just as a reminder, I was homeschooled, right? Okay? I have been saying for years, okay, what if a whale accidentally eats me? I get it. Whales don't eat people. But a whale doesn't know that I am a people. A whale sees a small thing, eats small thing.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, that'll never happen. No one ever gets eaten by whales. I'm vindicated.
Yeah.
Okay? And everyone in my comments too, who's like, a whale would never eat you. It can't even swallow you. Oh, okay, so this was better? Being in the whale's mouth was better? No, it's not better.
Is. And to explain, we need some lore. If you're watching this or reacting to this and you happen to be afraid of whales, you can blame it.
Why would you put it there?
It's so small.
Why would you put it here?
You know, it's kind of funny.
This is a terrifying photo.
It's kind of funny because it fits, because it's like completely obvious, and even put LOL there to make fun of you. You even put the disgusting mouth in there.
Are we not friends? Are we not buddies?
I think I just realized that he thinks it's funny that you're scared of whales.
Most people do.
I never realized that he thought it was funny, though.
Yeah.
Because that's fucking hilarious. That's a terrifying whale photo for you.
This is a very bad
She's
way.
only having like 50% fun, if that makes you have any more fun with this. Real distress is not funny on camera. Is he into horror movies? Maybe he's into that.
And you happen to be afraid of whales, you can blame it all on this guy.
Damn.
You see, this guy, thanks for unpausing, by the way.
Yo, he's actually roasting the fuck out of you. He's actually roasting the fuck out of you. I thought it was going to be a clip of you hyperventilating to the whales. You know, that's what I've been waiting on. Not a little shout out and then making fun of you for pausing the vid. He's sadistic, actually.
Yeah, no, that's
I'm
actually being bullied right now.
Problem. Pachycetus saw where things were headed on land and decided they wanted none of it. Funny enough, some of them decided that losing legs wasn't worth it and chose to stay on the dry side. And about 50 million some years later, they would become the most infamous animals to grace this channel. Which means, yes, the closest living relative of an African homicide horse that technically can't swim is a group of animals that swim full time. Speaking of which, those that chose waves over caves enjoyed ample resources.
What even part of the whale is this?
That is his mouth.
That's the lower jaw, and then the upper mouth is in the water, right? That's what the other one was?
With less competition. With all those resources plus plenty of plot development, eventually that led to...
Whale! All right. What the hell?
Yup, that is how we got the giant mass monsters that we all know, love, and slightly fear today. But
when did he start making these samurai Champloo style edits to fucking...
Public school system memes. There is a lot we and internet backwards heads have misunderstood about them, and the biggest thing is what exactly a whale is. Well, here it goes. Cetaceans are mammals that stole the fish's entire flow, and at this point its law should be in the Constitution. Same traits, no relation means convergent evolution. Except manatees and dugongs. They're more related to elephants. There's two types of cetaceans, baleen whales, aka the toothbrush bristles for teeth type, and on the other side are Odontoceti, or toothed whales. You know all this. We talked about this, but let's talk about those toothed whales. Starting with family I don't know how to pronounce any of this, by the way, but Zoophididae, or the beaked whales. They're probably the most underrated and understated whale we'll talk about.
Ridiculous.
I kind of feel bad for them. It's not that we're not curious. It's just that their grocery trips take them to the absolute crotch of the ocean at up to, down to nearly 10,000 feet, or 3,048 meters, or about 33 Statues of Liberty. They also do really bad in captivity. Like, as bad as you think a whale would do, they subvert that. They also look like dolphins with the aspect ratio screwed up. You know how some movies will tell you that it's been modified to fit your screen? Nature did this blimp dolphin no such favors. Also, the Cuvier's beaked whale can hold its breath longer than any other mammal, with an all-time record of 3 hours, 42 minutes.
That's it?
That's crazy.
Is that a long time? That seems short compared to what my child brain thought that whales could breathe water.
Yeah, I mean, I just thought that whales stayed underwater all day and never, like, came up for air, like, once every 24 hours or so.
Yeah, 3 hours is a lot different than 48 to 57 hours if they're sleeping or something like that.
Yeah.
And their naps are trash.
Which is probably why we know so little about them. 99% of their time is in ocean incognito. So you know seeing a whole pot of them is something special. Now the next family of toothed whales is Physeteridae, or
sperm whales. I know what sperm whales are.
I also feel bad for them because a misunderstanding got them immortalized being branded after baby batter. You see what had happened was when whalers back in the day cut up the supersized cetacean, they were met with an organ filled with a chalky substance called spermaceti, which they assumed was just a nectar of nativity. What it actually is this kind of gel that helps amplify the sounds they use for echolocation. It also might help them with their diving, but we're not totally sure.
Dude, people back in the day used to be fucking idiots. They used to just make up any story they could and be like, looks like sperm, it's sperm.
But it's definitely not make a baby broth. Speaking of which, population-paced whales also dive deep. Not as deep as a Cuvier's beaked whale, but deep enough to trigger the devil's ring camera, or far enough to jump scare a deep sea drone. You know what? I get it. Because if I was a recovering cetophobic, this would take me right out of remission. But if it helps, there is no documented case of a sperm whale census-attracting a person. Even though they could technically do it without touching us.
See, they could do it, but they don't. You see that? They're alive and well.
Arguably the loudest animals on Earth, or at least something close. The same clicks they use to hunt could possibly vibrate you to death, if not just knock you out. which apparently has happened. But they're not all bad. The spawn of Moby is very family-oriented and will even host family reunions.
Cute.
And they practice democracy because they make decisions as a group, and sometimes they'll spend over an hour arguing which way to go and how fast to do it. That's mighty considerate for the literal biggest predator on the planet. Oh yeah, there's also the much smaller dwarf sperm whale. Not to be confused with the pygmy sperm whale.
What the hell?
They're like nature's apology letter for going too far with their giga-sized cousins. They also always look like they're on the verge of a perpetual...
Now are you scared of that thing?
No, never mind. Anyway.
You want to punch it? Were you going to say that you wanted to fucking punch it? You were seriously going to say that you wanted to punch it? What is going on with you and cute things lately? Oh my God, imagine if you had a baby
like
right
the
now.
Most extreme form of cute aggression.
Oh, you're so cute!
Panic attack, and wouldn't you know, that's exactly how they defend themselves. By unloading a sack filled with reddish-brown liquid as diversion. It's like a smoke bomb from their anus. Although I'm not sure how effective it is when you proceed to rear-end a rock. Okay, that's two families of toothed whales. Next are Plantinistidae, or the South Asian river dolphins.
Hey, we're not done yet.
I'm including the South American river dolphins, even though they're really not even related.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, they're not even dolphins. Oh yeah, the effery is just beginning. This undersea anxiety unicorn is more related to actual dolphins than what folks call river dolphins.
Yeah.
But yeah, not a real dolphin, just a beady-eyed snout whale named purely off of vibes. Something, rhyme about conversion evolution, but basically they peep the fish-eating gargoyle's headwear and figured they could make that work for them. But yeah, the Amazon river dolphin is an exceptional kind of freak. Not only does it look like nature's discarded chewing gum got on a diss track, it seems like every time they go viral, it's for some NSFW nonsense. A photographer once caught two river dolphins playing with a Benny anaconda when he realized two things. Their leather pool noodle was dead, and both dolphins' privates were standing at attention. And recently, another river whale made headlines for urinating in the air with another one following the stream, like Marco Polo, but with piss. Scientists were stumped, but of course, I have a half-educated, half-internet guess. You see, dolphins can recognize each other by name. It's actually pretty cool.
So they can also recognize each other by piss?
Right.
What?
Also tell each other apart by sampling their southern showers, so they got that.
They do. I was kidding. This is real? Imagine peeing on your friends for a greeting. That's horrific.
That two-factor authentication. And while they might not be blind, with the murky cataract water they live in, they might as well be. So maybe this is just two dolphins using Forbidden Face ID before giving them the how the heck are you? Or that could just be their idea of male bonding. Because there's also been a rumor that allied male river dolphins will do questionable things to each other's blowholes. It hasn't been proven, but I wouldn't put it past them. There's even a legend that says river dolphins will morph into human men at night and try to seduce and impregnate human women. Now, I don't want to go too hard on them, mostly because there's a portion of Twitter that genuinely believes I hate dolphins, but also because we've done river dolphins generationally dirty, whether by habitat destruction, pollution, or just killing them to make bedroom pills, if you know what I mean. A moment of silence for the Chinese Baiji, who likely died out in 2002 and hasn't been seen since. Wow. And now we finally get to Delphinoidea, the real reason I'm making this video. It's a super family reunion containing the real oceanic dolphins, Delphinidae, dolphin understudy the porpoise, a sentient squishmallow, and social anxiety in whale form. And the biggest oceanic dolphin of Delphinidae is the orca. Look, I'm gonna make this quick because you probably already heard this, but every time you've heard me say killer whales aren't actually whales, they're dolphins, it's like me saying humans aren't simians, we're primates. Every dolphin is a whale, but not every whale is a dolphin. And I'm kind of embarrassed it took me that long to realize.
Explain that again.
All dolphins are whales.
All dolphins. Even the river dolphins. They're whales.
Yeah.
Okay.
But all whales are not dolphins.
Orcas, not a dolphin.
They're dolphins and whales.
Right. Okay.
They're both.
They're both. Sperm whale.
That's just a whale.
Just whale, not dolphin.
Right.
But if it's a dolphin,
it is also a whale.
Follow me on my little ship. Dolphin.
Yeah.
Not a whale.
No, is a whale.
I'm so confused. Dolphins.
Okay.
Are whales.
All grass type Pokemon.
Yeah.
Are Pokemon.
They are Pokemon.
But all Pokemon are not grass type Pokemon.
Because there's Charmander.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah?
I see.
Okay.
Okay, got it. Thank you. Cyndaquil is not a Bulbasaur.
Right.
But they're both Pokemon.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. I just had decided what he was going to say before he said it. Then he said something different. Then I was confused.
Now, to be fair, it is true that killer whales are named less after their homicidal intent and more after what they were seen doing to other whales. And while it is well documented what orcas do to the world around them, I've said it before and I'll say it again, I don't actually think orcas are evil. In fact, I'll prove it. So this camera crew was documenting a group of zebras.
That right there, that's the scene right there that fucks her up, by the way. There's two. There's the size comparison between whale and person. She hates those. But this is the real fear. That gigantic thing in the distance, the murky fucking hunting thingy, that's the one. Somebody was asking me, they're like, oh, how come when the thing comes right at the camera, does she like audibly yelp? But then there's other stills that she doesn't bother her. That's it. It's like murky. You don't really know it's a whale. And then it's very much a gigantic fucking whale in your face.
Yeah.
So just so we're aware. It's all funny, but that's the one.
And all was good until the big mama of the group noticed a diver. She approached a completely defenseless and totally exposed man and examined him, almost like she was considering what the next move was. The next move was a 4-ton high-contrast ceticide offering him a half-eaten stingray, even gesturing towards it at the diver. She even picked it up and tried to basically hand it over to him like he was an anorexic orca. But later on, the same crew would find a much bigger bull male orca trapped in fishing lines and on the verge of drowning. Now this was different. This was a scared, panicking juggernaut that could easily murk anyone that got close. For reference, a bull elephant in the same situation would likely kick your chest in. The divers would make the gamble of cutting him free while very much in the Giga Guppy's hitbox. He didn't lash out, he didn't resist. The male stood still, almost like he understood what was happening. And this the same animal that allegedly won't give moose a pass. You've probably heard that a wild orca has never turned a human into a headline. It's probably because that's just not their culture. Orcas have a genuine culture and different languages. And when I say languages, orcas in New Zealand have a different accent from those in Norway.
Yeah, we have seen that.
And we know this from the James Toland video that we watched, which was really fun.
Yeah, it was pretty dope.
I wish this was animated
Hand
like
drawn.
the James Toland video so that it wasn't so distressing for me.
That video was dope too. That was like...
They also have trends too. Like trends, like the same ones we do. Back in the ancient time of the 1980s, a trend started where folks were wearing dead salmon as hats. Except it was started by a lady orca in the Cape pod of British Columbia. The salmon sporting trend spread to even other pods, but like all fads, it suddenly fell off, never to be seen again. Yeah, that was a lie. In 2019, the salmon spectacle spun the block, this time with a young male, proving that like baggy clothing and iPhone obsolescence, some trends never die. And if I had a nickel for every time an orca went viral for its headwear, I'd have 2 more nickels than I woke up with. But that second nickel would be a lot more bittersweet. A mother orca telequa was observed carrying her past tense baby for over 2 weeks and covering over 1,000 miles. It's not crazy that she did it. It's how long she refused to let go. What's crazier was that was 2018. And in 2025, she lost another baby and did the exact same coping tactic again. Now, if it makes you feel better, the mother known as J35 has had 2 healthy children, one born in 2010 and the other in 2020, but it's always the losses that stay with you. Yeah, orcas feel all the feelings, including empathy, which might surprise you after you've seen one slap shot a seal into orbit. But what looks like playing with their food is actually how grand orcas teach the little ones what to eat and how to eat it. And if that sounds cruel, just remember, if they didn't do that, there'd be a lot more cases of monochrome maniacs murking mankind.
They are just so distressingly fast. Those things fucking haul ass.
Yeah, they be moving, bro.
When they're chilling, I'm like, oh, they're nuts. And then they fucking move. I'm like, I would be so dead.
Super dead.
It wouldn't even be fun. I want like a fun death. That's just like a ocean smoothie.
Yeah.
But you're part of the blender.
Yeah.
Yeet, yeet, yeet.
Because the ocean is their omakase, and there's nothing alive that can check an orca.
Nigga, why did you do that?
This is a pilot whale. It is the second largest oceanic dolphin. They're also the Ferrari of whales, because their hunting involves sea sprinting towards prey at 35-mile-per-hour bursts, which is conceptually terrifying for such a big dolphin. And it might be why pilot whales have the juice to press a pod of killer whales. Gangs of pilot whales have been recorded pulling up to orcas en masse and sending the apex predators packing. There was even a case of problem-seeking pilot whales pulling up on scientists playing the sounds of orcas feeding. Now, there's a lot of reasons this could be be happening. One is that maybe they eat the same foods and figured they could finesse some calories for themselves. But my personal favorite headcanon is that pilot whales practice the art of offensive self-defense.
Oh, yeah.
AKA the honey badger method.
Right.
It's so much of a problem that most predators don't even bother. But one thing, and I really should say this more often, but there are no definites in nature. Pilot whales apparently DoorDash smoke straight to orcas, and orcas have been known to prey on pilot whales, so you'd expect the two to have beef. But a mother orca was also seen adopting an orphan baby pilot whale. So who knows what the pilots be packing. And then there's this guy, another dolphin on steroids that is definitely not an orca. In fact, it's a false killer whale, a jaws paralysis demon, and thalassophobia final boss. There's something about those eyes my spirit doesn't vibe with.
Because he looks like he knows things he shouldn't know.
Mysteries of the universe and torture. Just those two things.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like Dean Winchester after he came back from hell the first time.
Ooh, that's actually a good one.
Yeah.
I know where they store the souls.
It doesn't help that they can roll in groups of 500. 500. And if this demon guppy is your new nightmare, it's because you don't know them. Falsies have been known to share food and hand fish over to humans for no real reason but goodwill. Which actually makes a lot of sense since falsies will seek out other dolphins like bottlenoses as hunting buddies. Sometimes they seek out even more, leading to the hilarious hybrid known as a wolfin. Life finds a way. There's many dolphins in Delphinidae, and this video will look like Endgame if I describe them all. But there's a lot more dolphins than just a star flipper, like the Irrawaddy dolphin. Just look at his face. Very cute, very demure. Or the optical illusion hourglass dolphin. That's kind of cool. But there's more than just dolphins in Delphinoidea. You also got dolphin little brother, the porpoise. The smallest of all whales, with the smallest porpoise being the vaquita, at a modest less than 5 feet long. And yes, their name does mean little cow. And unfortunately, there's less than 10 little cows left in the world.
Damn!
And the last members of Delphinoidea are Belugas and narwhals. Belugas are my second favorite cetacean of all time. They're a Bayside Baymax, and they have the same personality. They've been called the canaries of the sea due to the sounds of their symphony. You know, I could never understand why I found this sentient marshmallow so adorable, but I think I figured it out. It's because they're the only whales that can turn their necks like us. Belugas are a boon from Poseidon, with some of the strongest family ties on Earth, and every summer, they'll return to their birthplace to molt, add life, and chop it up with old family members. In Hudson Bay, that means over 50,000 belugas in one place.
What?
Speaking of family, the belugas closest.
That's super cool.
Yeah, never knew that.
Belugas are the first whale that I had to conquer my fear with because we went to was it in Chicago?
It was the Chicago Aquarium.
Yeah.
And you had to cross through the whale sanctuary to get to anything else. And
I just wanted to see penguins.
And I was like, I can only hold your eyes closed for so long. There's a lot of stairs in here. There was a big fluffy beluga just belugaing in front of the wall.
Yeah.
And then it was bumping his head against the glass, squishing it. Yeah. Super cute.
It was very adorable. Yeah. Something about belugas just I still get that initial you know, but then afterwards I'm okay, it's chill. He's real smushy.
Yeah, they smush their way into your lives. Yeah.
It's kind of it's like if a whale was jellyfishing.
That's what that's definitely my vibe there. They just floating around near people.
And they're so cute. When I went to the Atlanta Aquarium, this one was playing with his emotional support t-shirt. And they're we can't he likes this t-shirt. And if we take the t-shirt away, he gets real sad.
Very stressed out.
We just let him play with the t-shirt. Yeah. And some of them like to blow bubbles. They're so cute. I do like belugas. Yeah. I am a fan of belugas.
And they don't have that menacing stare when they're far away from you.
No, they just look kind of derpy.
Right.
In the family, the beluga's closest relative is the narwhal. They actually belong to the family Monodontidae, which means one tooth, even though... moving on. Narwhals typically have 2 teeth, one in their mouth and the giant ice pick coming out of their head. Yeah. I say typically because narwhal tusks are a lot like legs. Some people have 2, some have 1, and those that lose the lottery wake up with none. It's not certain what the tusks are for, but I say it's a flex because any question mark in nature usually has to do with... We don't know that much about them because I was not kidding about them being anxiety chariots. When narwhals get scared by humans, their hearts actually slow all the way down, even if they're actively trying to flee. Questionable character design, but it means narwhals can legitimately get past tense by a panic attack, which is why if one gets lost, it's basically curtains. One narwhal somehow ended up 600 miles away from his own kind, no one to show him how or where to hunt. It looked like this cetacean was finna say goodbye, until scientists caught him traveling with a pod of, The sea squishies. Belugas and narwhals normally don't even run into each other, so that makes this even more wholesome. And the fact that he survived the winter means Beluga Gang taught the lonely narwhal how to feed. You'll love to see it. And that's all the toothed whales. On the other side are filter-feeding baleen whales, like the biggest animal to ever live, the blue whale, the funny-in-the-face right whale, and my favorite cetacean, the humpback whale. I know there's some of you afraid of this giant roving blubber rest stop. I can't imagine.
I knew he was going to play it again. I know, you sadistic bastard. I could already feel it coming. I knew when I saw it in your beady eyes. You got a darkness in you, son. You got to conquer that. Jesus left you on hold one time, okay? He only didn't pick up once. You need to learn forgiveness. Are you ready? I'm playing it. Gave you plenty of time to recover there, love. He might do it again, but I cannot.
I almost forgot about that. Well, that guy survived because it is physically impossible for a baleen whale to swallow a...
That doesn't help!
Yeah, do you remember that? Did you ever see his interview?
No.
Dude, it's such a funny interview because they're like, oh, like what happened after you got swallowed? And he was like, what the fuck do you, I didn't know I got swallowed. I was on a boat. Who thinks they're getting swallowed by a whale on a boat? He's super chill about it. But his answer was like, I didn't know I got swallowed.
What did he think happened?
What do you mean? Just capsized probably. He doesn't know. He literally was just out there chilling and then just got and then, like what the fuck? Yeah.
Well, that guy survived because it is physically impossible for a baleen whale to swallow a person. In fact,
are you going to just spoil the end of every movie, or are you going to let us watch it?
The biggest animals in nature can barely swallow anything bigger than a grapefruit. So if you ever get caught up in krill and a whale accidentally takes you, expect to be spit out.
I knew. I told you he was going to do it twice. I told you. I said I just didn't know when. Come on.
But I think I know where the fear comes from. Whales are big beyond all comprehension, and the idea that something with a pulse can legitimately go band for band with a ship is probably terrifying. But also, they don't have expressions, and a lot of times you can't see their eyes, so it's pretty hard to even imagine them as alive. But what if I told you the fact that they're so big is why you shouldn't be afraid of them? Humpbacks are my favorite cetacean because their generational feud with orcas means they'll interfere with their hunts even if the target isn't their own kind.
You're misunderstanding where their fear comes from. I mean, we got it. All right, we got it.
Even the sounds of an orca hunt can bring the humpback hood to their front door, and humpback whales have been recorded saving seals, sunfish, and even other whales from the barcoded sea assault. But humpbacks have also been recorded saving humans, with one shielding a scientist from an 18-foot tiger shark. At one point, he literally put scientist Non Hosser on his head and carried her to her boat. And the funny thing is, if we didn't see them do this with other animals, nobody would believe her. But with there being no recorded case of a baleen whale purposely attacking a human, they're much more likely to try to save your life than threaten it. Also, they seem to be aware of how much smaller everything is around them. Baleen whales have giant fins, often encrusted with sharp barnacles. In theory, they could shred you something nasty if a whale backfins you. But there have also been reports of whales using those fins to gently nudge divers without injuring them, like in the tiger shark story. My theory is they're so big and so intelligent that Baleen Brigade has no real reason for pointless aggression. Really, they're just giant salt puppies. And I am not advising you to go touch a whale. The gray whales are famous for being the friendliest, and in some places will curiously approach boats and even show off their babies to people.
That is genuinely distressing, and I'm serious. That's really distressing to me.
But yeah, whales are chill like that, and if you're still not convinced, I'm more than willing to stand on it. If this video gets to 250,000 likes, I will go out into the ocean and swim with a whale. Why so high? Well, one problem. I can't swim. I mean, I can get from A to B, but I'm not great at it. Definitely not enough to be in the open ocean. Also, I can't tread water, and I physically can't float. I've tried, it ain't happened. But
you have time to learn. It is not that hard. Get it together. Got all those abs. Get some abs on your back and learn how to swim.
I will learn how to swim well enough to make eye contact with a whale.
Come on!
Hot take, whales and elephants might just be the only animals on the planet where you can make eye contact with them and there's a genuine mutual understanding of intelligence. But that's just me. Why didn't I say apes? Well, you make eye contact with a chimp and you tell me how that goes.
Right.
You know, I'll probably do it anyway, but after 250,000, it becomes a promise, and I'll do it in a year's time. That's the challenge, but until then, drink water, hug your mother, please don't hate dolphins. I don't even hate dolphins. And I'ma see y'all in the next one. You get it? Cause
yeah, we got it.
Y'all have a good one.
That's such a cool, like that is such a cool thing. Do it again. Oh, it's the guy who did the edit. Oh, okay. That's cool. I didn't realize there were facts. I had to literally watch it again for the facts. I was just listening to the video.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
That was great.
Yeah. So there was a lot of feelings you had there. Do you want to wrap them up here at the end? Seems like you've come settled a little bit.
For the record,
yes,
I do not hate whales. Mm-hmm. There's this weird misconception, just like apparently there's a misconception that Casual doesn't like dolphins, which I've never heard, but Twitter is stupid anyway.
It's because of that video he did that slandered them so well. It's only something somebody who hates could do.
But I don't hate whales. I'm terrified of them,
mm-hmm.
right? Mm-hmm. Like, I don't want all whales to die. I just want them to all remain very, very far away from me. At all times, at all points. But learning about whales, weirdly enough, I've always enjoyed that. I've always enjoyed learning facts about whales. If I could learn more facts about whales without seeing videos of them, my life would be great.
So it's kind of like you're an encyclopedia person.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
One picture, bunch of words.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's like your vibe.
Yeah.
You know, having you invite me for this video was a harrowing experience. And your stress levels have been high the whole time. You have not been relaxed at any point. I've been letting you just feel your feelings.
Yeah.
So I don't have to feel your wrath. But now I feel safe.
Yeah.
So if we can continue the night doing other things, I would appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me. I'm going to go before I don't make it any farther.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video with me.
Why did you choose that shirt so predatory this reaction?
Thank you so much for choosing to watch this video with me. Thanks to Casual. Actually, you know what? No. Casual,
no,
you and I have beef. We have beef. And next time I see you, I've never seen you, but if I ever see you, we're going to have some serious words.
Right.
Possibly fisticuffs. I might knock your hat off.
Wow.
You know?
That's a real threat.
Because this was rude. This was just mean. But also shouts out to you though also for this whole video. And I hope, is it already, did they already make it? Okay, no. Y'all need to go like this video from however many accounts you got.
Like it.
Actually, you know what?
Great.
I'm gonna put you out there and I don't hope you drown, but I hope you're very uncomfortable.
I'm gonna tie sausages to your floaty.
Anywho, don't forget to leave your reaction, requests, and recommendations down in the comments below. Thank you so much, husband, for joining me.
Don't thank me. This was a joy.
Peace out, Hope Biscuits. It's Skittin' Lit.